Hello, my name is Anna Solomon of Flamingo Tutoring, and this is an introduction to one of the worksheets that I may have assigned you. This worksheet comes from Kutasoftware, and it is solving systems of equations by elimination. So this is the solving style where you will add or subtract one equation from the other, combine them, so that one of the variables is eliminated. Sometimes it's really easy. So if we look at number 1, for example, we can go over here and add them together. Negative 4x plus 4x cancels out. So we have negative 2y plus 8y is 6y. And negative 12 plus negative 24 is negative 26. Oops, 36. And so we will divide by 6, and our answer is y equals negative 6. And then to solve for the other variable, you would plug in your y equals negative 6 to whichever of the equations felt nicer to you and go about your business. All right, let's do that again for number 4. So if we look over here, I've got a negative 6 and a positive 6. So once again, all I have to do is add. Negative 6x plus 6x cancels out. 5 plus 4 is 9y. And 1 plus negative 10 is negative 9. Divide by 9. And y is negative 1. All right. Now, sometimes adding isn't the right thing to do. Or, well, let's look at this. So I'm looking at number 6. I've got y and y, two positives. Some of my students choose to multiply by the negative 1 and just switch everything's value. I like to just subtract. And as long as you remember that that's what you're doing, it's no big deal. So 8 minus negative 3, subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. So we're looking at 11x. Y minus y cancels out. Negative 16 minus negative 5 is negative 11. So x equals negative 1. Okay. And then as this worksheet goes on, of course, it does get trickier. So sometimes you will have something where just adding or subtracting isn't enough. You're going to have to change the values a little bit. So let's look at, I don't know. Let's look at number 16 here. I've got negative x and negative 4x. I've got negative 7y and negative 14y. All right, so I'm going to have to make one like the other. And so for this, I think the easiest thing to do is going to multiply this by 2. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but this is the example I'm choosing. So multiply everybody by 2. I get negative 2x minus 14y equals 28. And then rewrite the other one. That is the easiest way to make sure that you are not making careless errors, which we know is very common on these standardized tests. All right, looks like this one's going to be interesting. So we end up with negative 14y and negative 14y. So I'm going to subtract so that these guys cancel out. I'm going to get 28 minus 28. And negative 2 minus negative 4x. So that's positive 4x. Positive 2x equals 0, therefore x equals 0. And then I would just plug that in to solve for y. All right, let's do one more and see if I can get all my math right this time. Let's look at, oh man, let's go ahead. Let's really dig in, shall we? Number 20, I'm going to have to change all kinds of things because I can't make one like the other. I have to find a number that they can both become. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take my 2 and my 5 and make them both into 10. So that means this thing is going to need to be multiplied by 5, and this one's going to need to be multiplied by 2. Okay, and so my new values are 15x minus 10y equals 10, and 10x minus 10y equals 20. All right, once again, got my negatives right here. So I'm going to subtract one from the other. And I could have done this as -2, right? And then I could add instead, but I didn't. So here we are. So 15 minus 10 gets me 5x. -10y minus -10y is the same as -10y plus +10y. So goodbye. And then that equals 10 minus 20 is -10. Therefore, x equals -2. And there you go. This is how to solve these for a variable. Let me know if you have any questions.